What up, y'all? Real quick, man. Before I get in this gym, talk about the Chris Brown pics. Been a minute since I've been on Facebook like that or made a video, so I'm gonna talk about it. I hear a lot of people saying people are hating Chris Brown because he get money and etc. And that might be true, but I can only speak on how I feel for the most part. And I salute somebody who can get $1,100 because somebody wants to take a picture with them. I mean, that's some raw ass shit, but it needs to be talked about. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, most men who are in a relationship with a chick, just like Chad Johnson said, his grandma told him, there's always going to be one person that's going to have access to them. And when people are dating, they're only basically available because the person they really wanted wouldn't get their act right. Basically. Go check out the video of Chad Johnson. Now I say all that to say this, man. I ain't got time for all this shit. Like I say in all my videos, man, if you're not number one, you're done. If you're not number one, you're done. Flat the fuck out, man. If you are not number one, you're done. Unless you're a side dude and you're number two. That's the only way it's okay to be number two. I wouldn't even say 3, 4. Some of y'all don't have problem. Some people don't have problem with sleeping behind a bunch of other people. But to me, the only way I feel like number two is okay is if you're the side dude. And really, I don't even agree with that shit. But I'm just saying that to say this. You got to make sure you're the number one guy. And the only reason why I say being the side dude number two is okay is because if she's dealing with another guy and she's with you, you're actually number one. You're actually the winner because he's doing all that, dealing with the drama and the arguing and all that, and she's still dealing with some other guy. Yeah, the number two guy's winning because that's the one she really desires to sleep with and all this other shit. But my point is this, man. It just speaks volume on how these women really feel about their man. If that was the roles flipped, and let's just say women were strong enough to hold men like that and shit, and you was in Beyonce's fucking arms or something, your girl be fucking pissed off, man. Even if I wouldn't even pay Beyonce to take a $1,100 pic. And that's like my favorite celebrity crush all time, right? Because of what she stands for, not just looks, just everything she stands for. Besides maybe the so-called Illuminati shit, which we don't know to be true or not. More likely it probably is. But other than that shit, you know what I mean? She's like my number one. And I wouldn't even pay her $1,100 to take a picture with her. Period. I just wouldn't. Then again, the only way I would do that is if she let me do some shit like you see with Chris Brown. Maybe I still wouldn't pay $1,100. I just wouldn't. My thing is, you're in a relationship with a woman. Finances are very important. You got a woman spending $1,100, $1,400 on a picture with a guy, and most of them women wouldn't even give their boyfriend this. You know what I mean? More than likely, the boyfriend taking care of her. More than likely, you know what I mean. Where they come up with this $1,400? Probably from him. And even if a woman does take a picture with a guy, you know, if the woman is your number one fan, meaning you are the number one guy she chose, you're the one she really liked, I don't think she would take pictures like that. She might take a picture with Chris Brown But I don't think they would be like that. And I just don't see it. Like, not only are you taking inappropriate pictures, it's not like you just got like your arm around him and his arm around your neck or some shit. Y'all take a picture like that or something. This is deeper shit. And you're paying $1,400 to do it. It just shows that this is how they feel, like this guy's God or something to them. Which means she's not your number one fan. If she was, you're her celebrity. If you was her number one choice and her number one fan, she would be like, I take pictures with him all the time. This ain't nothing new. She wouldn't look at Chris Brown in this type of light. Not for no $1,400 and definitely not for no inappropriate pictures. I'm telling you, this is the type of shit that happens with you dudes when you get in these relationships with a woman who don't think you're number one. There's only one way out of this shit. She has to think you're number one. If you're not number one, you're done. Why are you even in a relationship? There's no point. You're going to get cheated on, or she desires to fuck some other guy. She going to stop wanting to sleep with you, desire you, and all that. She really wants him over there. Or like Chad Johnson said, there's that one person that always has access. His grandma said this. Or you're with her because the one that she really wanted wouldn't stop acting right. Is that what y'all want? Only reason why I say it in a man's perspective is because women can walk outside and people all over them. You know what I mean? No matter where they go, somebody trying to fuck them. Men don't have options like that. No, even a man that's got it solid all across the board, trust me, I know. Even that, you're still not going to have options like a female that ain't even got to be solid all across the board. She still got options everywhere. Don't matter, because the vagina, it's not real options, but still, she still got them. It's still delusional options that make her think. Either way, you know, a lot of people go say insecurity and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I would not marry a woman if she shows me this. I think the guys that are calling off weddings and shit, you're doing the right thing because you want to be the number one guy. If you're going to marry a woman, you got to be number one or you're going to get cheated on, man. What is the point? And too many women marry for security. Marry, like they say, like Tiny said, marry men for security. You know, have fun with the ones you desire, but marry the men for security, right? So if you see that from your woman, willing to pay $1,100, $1,400 and take inappropriate pictures. Now, if you pay $1,100 and they just got like a little picture hugged up or something like side by side or some shit, it is what it is. Fuck it. That's what she wanted to do, but not with my money. You better get her own. She better have her own bag doing that shit. She better have her own bag because I'm supposed to be her celebrity crush. She's supposed to get this every day. This ain't supposed to be nothing. She's supposed to feel like she's hugging Chris Brown every day. So she ain't got to pay $1,400. For what? She went like, man, my boyfriend, I feel this way about my boyfriend. Why I need a picture of that for $1,400? Just like if I had a girlfriend, even though Beyonce is like my favorite celebrity crush and shit, I would not do that. Because I feel like my girlfriend's Beyonce. In fact, I feel like my girlfriend's better than Beyonce if I had a girlfriend. You know, because I wouldn't have a girlfriend until I felt that way. So this is the type of shit that motherfuckers deal with. It's letting you know that you're not their number one. I don't give a fuck what no woman says about it. The inappropriate pictures and you're paying for it, lets me know that you feel a certain way about this guy, like he's up here somewhere. But if the guy you had at home, if you felt that way, like he's up here somewhere, you wouldn't feel the need to pay no $1,400 to take a picture with Chris Brown. You just wouldn't. I'm sorry, you just wouldn't. A lot of y'all dudes are with girls that you're not their number one, man. She just get with you for survival. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. You can get mad, not my girl, all the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. That's your problem. I'm just going to make sure I'm number one when it comes to picking a woman, or I just don't want a woman. Plain and simple. I'm not going to get a woman unless I know for a fact I am her fucking celebrity crush. Period. So if I'm not, then I don't give a fuck. Only thing we can do is be friends. I'm not going to be your girl and you. I've been down that road. When they really want this one or that one, but they'll just be with you. They like you, but they really like somebody more. See, a lot of y'all feel like, oh, they like me. That's enough. No, it's not enough. Liking me is not enough. I need to be the number one celebrity crush. Because that's the only way that's going to stop you from desiring other men. You know, acting That's the only way it's going to stop you from. That's the only way it's going to stop a woman from not being a bitch towards you and all this other shit. Basically, 100% cooperation. Not in the sense of I'm a drill sergeant and I tell her what to do. Nah. 100% cooperation, meaning the effort she puts towards me, loyalty, and all this other shit. That you only get that if you're the number one. You're not getting that if the only way you could possibly get that and not be number one is if you're the side dude that she really wants, but she just with this other guy that she doesn't really want. That's the only way. So y'all go ahead and act like this don't mean nothing and all that. It's not my problem. But I'm telling you right now, if I have a girlfriend and she pull that shit, I guess we just ain't gonna be together like that no more. Because now I see how you really feel. Obviously, I'm not your number one because you wouldn't have pulled no stunt like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You know what I mean? I just don't see it, man. You probably got women flying out somewhere and paying $1,400 and taking an inappropriate picture. You know what I mean? A lot of it could be women just trying to show out and be like, look at me, because women in competition with each other. We already know this. But still, not on my clock. You're not going to disrespect me. Remember, a woman's a representation of who you are. You know what I mean? Or should I say the relationship, how she feels about you. Let's put it like that. She's a representation of how she really feels about you, man. Don't put up with it. Do not settle for second or third. The only way I say settle for, I'm going to say it again. The only way it's okay. I don't even say third because now you're dealing with two other men she's sleeping with. It's bad enough if you're second, but I only recommend second. The only way I say second is better than first is because if you're first and she's dealing with somebody else who's technically second, that guy's winning and you're not. So either be the only one that she's dealing with, or be single and be the second side guy, or be single and deal with women who don't have nobody. Those are the only three options. There is no other option. Third, you want to be the third guy? That means she's sleeping with two other guys and you? Then you go ahead. You do what you do. I don't agree with it. I really don't agree with being second, but if I did agree with anything, or should I say where I would draw the line at is the second, really first, but you know, shit happens, I guess. But all I'm saying is this: it's better to be the side guy than the main guy if we're talking about second place. But other than that, if you're not first place, dog, if you're not the number one, don't even deal with it. See, a lot of y'all just don't get it, man. A lot of these chicks really want this guy, but they just settle for you. Kind of like a lot of you dudes want a supermodel, but you got this girl. I'm not speaking for me. I'm not looking for a supermodel. But a lot of y'all are. And the girlfriend you got is not what you really wanted, so that's why you treat her a certain way and all this other shit. You should just stay single until you found a girl you really wanted, in my opinion. You might not ever get her, but you just gotta be a man about it and stay single if that's the case. Don't be like a lot of the females who are just getting in relationships with guys they really don't want because they're scared to be alone and survival and all this other shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, a lot of females are going to say that there's nothing wrong with this and insecure, blah, blah, blah. Some men are insecure over it. But in my case, it's not that I have anything against Chris Brown. Like, I salute what he's doing. I don't have no problem with what he's doing. But my thing is, if I had a girlfriend, that shit ain't popping because I'm supposed to be your number one. You're supposed to be my number one fan, not his. You know what I mean? You should be so happy to take pictures with me that you wouldn't even think of taking a $1,400 pic with Chris Brown. Why are they doing this? Because this is how highly they think of certain people. I'm going to put to you like this, G. If you got a girlfriend that took a picture with Chris Brown, I want you to go to your girl and say, hey, give me $1,400, $1,100, whatever she gave Chris Brown to take a picture with me. If she says, all right, well, you still got to deal with the inappropriate picture part. But, yeah, so there's really no way around it. But let's just say this. Let's just say this. If your girl is one of those girls, go to that girl and be like, hey, give me $1,100 or $1,400 to take a picture with me. If she don't, leave her alone. Walk away. I mean, and the sad part is you're still dealing with the inappropriate part. But since they want to say insecurity, blah, 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 then hit them with that test. Hit them with that test. Now, better yet, here's a better one. Since we got to deal with the insecurity part and the money part. Find one of the finest girls that you could think of or see or whatever. And say, I'm going to take $1,400 or $1,100 of our money. And I'm going to take this picture. I'm going to hold this girl. I'm going to pay this girl to let me hold her a certain way and take a picture with her. If she has no problem with that, then fuck it. I guess you're even. But I guarantee you, she's going to have a problem with it. Guarantee it. She probably going to leave you. Just like most men should leave them. So there it is, man. That's how I feel about it. And that's the nail in the coffin right there. Since it's not a big deal, since women say it's not a big deal, insecure, blah, blah, blah. I want all men, if your girl is one of these girls, I want you to, as a matter of fact, if she's using some of your money, I want you to ask her for the money. Say, give me $1,100 so I can take a picture with this fine ass girl. This one or that one, or find one. Say, I'm gonna pay you $1,100 to take this picture with me. And if your girl don't agree, leave her. Fair's fair, dog. It just proves that it does matter. It just proves that it does hold weight. If she doesn't comply and say, okay. Because if she doesn't do that, then she's been insecure and shit, right? See, you can't have this shit both ways, man. Y'all got to start. Y'all just don't get it, man. Some people just do not get it for whatever reason. But I'm out of here, man. Y'all do what y'all do, man. I'm done talking about the shit, man. I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't got a girl, so. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. Hit me. Shit, man. For real, though. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Good luck to y'all. That's all I can say. Good luck to y'all. Because I understand that if I'm not her number one fan, you know what I mean? She's not my number one fan. And we ain't really got a leg to stand on. We really ain't got a leg to stand on, bro. Because if I'm not the number one, more than likely, even if she doesn't act on sleeping with other guys behind my back, she desires it. It's just as bad. It's deeper than sex. See, a lot of women think it's all about sex. That's it. Some men do too. You know what I mean? But it's deeper than sex. It's about being desired by your female. Some of y'all, yeah, your woman give you sex, but she really wants this guy. She wants to fuck that guy. She don't want to fuck you no more. You know, that's a bad situation. That's not a good situation, man. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to avoid this shit, is you gotta be number one. See, when you're not number one, the number two guys actually desired more than you. Yeah, they want you for security and because they might care about you in attachment, but desire-wise, they wouldn't even be dealing with number two if they desired you like that. There's no way. How you desire somebody to the moon and back, but you want somebody else? How? Doesn't make sense. It only happens because the person you're with, you don't desire like that. Whether it's their fault or your fault, it don't fucking matter. We're not getting into all that. Bottom line is, it's there. You know what I mean? So, y'all want to act like it's not a big deal, and a lot of y'all, you tripping, insecure, you know, because you think it's going to get you some coochie points and shit. You go ahead, dog. Do that simping shit, man. You're only hurting yourself, though, in the end. Remember that. When you take up for women because you think it's going to give you a chance to get more points from a female and all this, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, bro. Might as well just pull out a gun and shoot yourself in the foot, man. Or you cut your balls off, because either one, that's what you're doing. That's the damage you're causing yourself when you do this. Because the right woman don't even require you to simp like that and say shit that you don't even really agree with, but you're just saying it because you think that it's going to get you more women. Like, this is the dude's problems. A lot of dudes' problems today, man. And they're going to find out in the end that it ain't going to matter. Yeah, the woman might agree with you, heart, what you said and all that at the end, but she ain't coming off no box. She ain't trying to fuck with you. So it really don't mean shit. She's just agreeing with you because it's in her favor far as women, the womanhood. Y'all just don't get it. It's in their favor for you to stay rock to sleep as a man. They can't beat you physically, so they have to overpower you mentally and with all these tactics and games. You dig? So I'm on to the next, man. Y'all stay up, man. Hey, be guy number one, dog. Or no deal. And if she don't see you as number one, I'm going to put it like this. Be guy number one. Be guy number two, the side guy. Or be single. And celibate. And when I say, well, I ain't going to even say celibate, my bad. Just be single. You know, the other guy, the third option that I'm talking about is just you're single and you just talk to women that are single, so-called single, because really we already know that they not going to just be single for a while. I mean, they'll be single, but remember what Chad Johnson's grandma said. There's always that guy, that one guy that got at least that one guy that got access. And there's always that guy that she really wants or wanted, but he wouldn't act right. So, you know, until you rewrite that shit, until you rewrite that imprint of the guy that I really wanted, the guy that way, or can still have access to me, then it's damn near the same as been cheated on or you been guy number 3. I ain't even gonna say guy number 2. I'm gonna say guy number 3 or 4 or 5, whatever. Whatever, bro. Y'all do what y'all do, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up, though, because as men, your biggest problem and your biggest stumbling block, you can do everything right. It's like a boxing match. Let's put it in a life perspective. You're doing everything right. And then that one punch, just after all doing everything right for 12 rounds and then get knocked the fuck out in the 12th round. Translation, you're doing everything right. And then that punch is the female. But the woman can actually make your life better too, depending on which woman you pick. The woman's either going to make your life better or worse. One or the other. There is no in between. Either she's going to make your life better or worse. And I ain't going to get in. She got to have money and blah, blah, blah. Nah. The right woman is not here to hurt you. She's here to help you and be your helpmate like God made them to be. Right? We ain't going to get into money, who did this and who got the money. And I'm not talking about that. My point is her intentions are to help you in life and not hurt you and make your life better. Or she's going to hurt you and make your life worse. Period. Some of them don't intentionally hurt you, make your life worse, but they still are. So, you know, people like, and then some of them are only with you because they can't have Chris Brown. See, the problem is you guys are not there. The girl that you're with, you're not her Chris Brown. That's the fucking problem. You got to be her Chris Brown, man. And you'll know because the girl damn near can't breathe without you. If you don't see this on, but I'm not thirsty for men like that. Blah blah bullshit. If you the one that she really like, you're gonna know. She can't help it. If she can hold back and all this shit, you're not really the one they want. She wants. If she could play games, and a lot of men say, oh, she's playing games because this or that, she can't play games with the guy she really likes. Because she's going to be scared to lose you and run you off and shit. She can't. She can only play games with guys she really don't like. Kind of like as a man, when it's a girl you really don't like. Oh yeah, I'm alpha, I'm holding frame. Yeah, you're going to hold frame easy as fuck. But when it's a girl that you really like, oh, now it's a little tough, ain't it? Yeah, it's not that easy to hold that frame, is it? Nah. So it's the same thing with a female when she really like you. She can't help it. She absolutely cannot help it. I don't give a fuck what they say. This is why they deal with men who treat them like shit, and they still stay with them. Because those are the men they desire, for whatever reasons. It ain't always money or sex or whatever. Every woman's different. But whatever, man. Shout out to Chris Brown, though. You know what I mean? Any man, all men should want to be on that type of level where motherfuckers paying you money to take pictures with you. Can't hate on that. But you'll never get to that level as a man. Not saying that you want to, but you would never even get to that level as a man. Unless you focus on yourself. And if you're going to have a girlfriend, you pick the right one. That's the only way. Why? Because if you pick the wrong one, if you don't focus on yourself, you're more than likely picking the wrong woman. Because the right woman is not going to just let you focus on her. She'll leave you before that. You know what I mean? Or she won't even choose you at all. You know, right woman sees potential in you, things like that. There's reasons why they pick you. But if you was trying to get to that level, it's never going to happen unless you put in work and become this great solid dude, dog. And unfortunately, if you pick women that are that let me say, how can I say it? That overwhelmed and oh my God, I can't help it but take a picture inappropriate for $1,400 even though I got a man. You pick women like that, you're never going to make it to that status. As a dude like Chris Brown that can get paid for, women want to pay you for taking pictures. Your girlfriend, like I said, if your girlfriend won't pay you $1,400 to take a picture with you, then that's some bullshit, dog. Why you with that chick? Any of you dudes that got a girl at home and want to defend that shit, say, all right, give me $1,100 and take a picture with me. Because I should be your Chris Brown. She won't do it, I would probably leave. I ain't gonna cap to y'all, man. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Because I've seen it too many times where females are with a guy that they really, they want the situation, but they really don't want the guy. They just there because of the security and shit. But if they could get Chris Brown, they would jump ship. But see, if you are a woman's Chris Brown, she wouldn't jump ship. Even if Chris Brown came up and tried to holler at your girl. She wouldn't do it because you are her Chris Brown. That's what you want to be. And if not that, the only other option is to be the side dude or the single guy. Because you'd be a fool to be in a relationship if you're not the side guy. Be in a relationship if you're not, you'd be a fool to be in a relationship with a chick if you're not the side guy or the number one guy. The only guy. I ain't gonna say number one. The only guy. Maybe I said that a little bit wrong about the if you. Let's just say this. You'll be a damn fool to be in a relationship if you're not her Chris Brown. I'm just telling you, there's no reason to be in a relationship with a woman if she doesn't think the whole entire fucking universe of you. There's absolutely no reason. And honestly, you should feel the same way about her, vice versa. Because if not, now you want to go out and sleep with different women. you're going to fall for the temptation of shit. But if you think a lot of women say, oh, men cheat, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they cheat because you're not his Beyonce. That's why he wants to fuck other women. I guarantee you, if you are his Beyonce, oh, I can't fuck this one up. He's not going to want to cheat. He going to desire you. But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all just don't get it.